I'm Chef Kyle Mendenhall, and I wanted to share with you one of my simple recipes for preparing a roast chicken at home. Preparing a roast chicken is a very simple, quick, and easy thing to do. What I like to do is stuff the cavity of the chicken with a little lemon, some fresh herbs, and in this case I've used sage, thyme, rosemary, and garlic. It's very roughly cut and it doesn't have to be perfect. What we want is when the chicken starts to cook, those aromatics and the flavors and the smells of those herbs are gonna really penetrate the chicken. Once you've done that, you're gonna wanna season the outside with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper. Then you'll roast the chicken in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour until the internal temperature reaches 160 degrees. I've roasted the chicken, and now I wanna go over with you a few tips on how to use the Meatcrafter to carve your chicken. So when you're carving a chicken, or a turkey for that matter, what you're gonna wanna do is start along the spine just to the right of the breast. Now keep in mind there's a wishbone that lives right here near the neck. I'll show you that in a moment. So I'm finding the center line that divides the two breasts, and I'm gonna go just to the left of that to make my first cut. And as you can see, it should be nice and easy. So I've taken the first cut. Now all I need to do is gently begin to remove the breast from the rib cage. And I'll do that by putting my fingers in ever so slightly and using just the tip of my knife to carve it away. And you'll notice as I come down this way, if I go too direct, I'm gonna actually end up cutting the wishbone. So I'm making sure that when I get towards the neck, I'm curving my knife away so that it's just to the side of the wishbone. And lastly, as you can see, the breast is almost off the rib cage. It's connected to the wing joint down here. And that wing joint, we're actually gonna need to just take off completely. So one firm cut, and the knife should go right through. From there, I'm going to detach the drumette, or the top part of the wing. And especially when it's cooked, that should just come right off. Now when I'm at home, I know my kids love to snack on this, or you should save it, because in the end, we can take all the bones and make a stock out of it. So I'll continue on the other side again. We have the beginning of the rib cage right here, and I'm just going to go just to the right of it this time to detach the breast. Again, ever so slightly putting my fingers in and using the tip of the knife just to let the breast come away from the rib cage. And you can see here, this is the wishbone. So I was just to the side of the wishbone, and I'm going to take that right into the wing joint. And with one firm cut, take that right off. And then we'll take the other wing off. Now we've removed our two breasts. So for the leg and thigh meat, it's good to do this in one step, where you take both the drum and the thigh off together. As you can see, when I truss my chicken, I use the skin to hold the legs together, so I'm just going to cut those free so that both legs can be separated easily. And once again, I'm just following the general bone structure and then using the tip of my knife to help separate it. When I get to this point, I'm going to firmly use my knife and I'm going to pull the chicken gently away from the bone. And as you can see, it should fall off quite easily. So we have our thigh and our drum, right? Thigh and leg. So they're connected here, and with one simple smooth cut, you can just take it right apart. We'll return and do the same thing on the other side. Again, gently using the tip of my knife coming through and then putting a little bit of pressure to separate the joint. And then once again, we're going to take away the leg from the thigh in one smooth, easy cut. And as you can see, all of our herbs and garlic and lemon are all in here, and if you could smell those great aromatics right now. So So I'm gonna save the carcass for a stock. And in this case, I'm gonna save the wings as well, and we'll put those in a stock. So my suggestion to you is to leave the legs with the bone in because they're great and it's like a built-in handle to eat. And then we can go through slicing the breast. To slice the chicken breast, I'm gonna go at a slight angle so that we get nice cross cuts so that it's a thinner piece of meat that's held together nicely. And as a side note, if this knife was not sharp enough, it'd be pulling the skin, which happens really easily when you have a dull knife. But as you can see, we don't have that problem because this is a very sharp knife. And the Meatcrafter works great for this. We'll slice up the other breast. And just like that, you've got your chicken broken down. Enjoy!